Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, our hard mode playthrough. We are on Lake Kovd and we are going to crack on. We got loads done in the last episode. Let's see if we can repeat that. Weirdly, there's not that much, or it doesn't feel like there's that much left on Kovd. We've got two contracts, one of which is logging and the other is a scout POI exploration one. And then we've got half a dozen tasks and a couple of contests, so it's still probably 2 or 3 episodes worth, but yeah, it's not actually as much left as I thought there might be. So we're in the Phoenix at the minute and we're going to go up because it's the last thing to do on this side of the map, and then I can start sort of withdrawing to the west and heading towards finishing up stuff on the west, take the fuel towards the Amandara gateway and get stuff done that side. So it's just going to be coming into morning fairly soon in the Phoenix. So we're going to take the Phoenix up into rescue this small Zix 4-wheeler. So let's get driving. Now you can still see terrain glitching here. I've had an eventful day or so of stress really. So I did find a couple of corrupted drivers on my PC. Windows system file checker found a couple of things that it wasn't happy with. So I've basically ended up, long story short, doing a full Windows reinstall on my gaming PC. So format everything, reinstall the game, reinstall all the drivers. Everything is now a brand new PC basically. And a little bit of stress was because I had some trouble getting drivers to work properly. But I've still got exactly the same glitching. So I'm wondering if there's either a combination of my graphics driver that's just got a problem and that it'll be patched, because it can't be a game issue, because I'm using the same game files as the rest of you and I've reinstalled them all. It can't be a Steam sort of game install problem. So either I've got a problem with my graphics drivers. I use an AMD Radeon graphics card. I'm on the latest drivers that they have available for that card, but those drivers came out a couple of weeks ago, and either there's a problem that they could patch in and they haven't yet. It might just get fixed, or possibly I expect to be stuck with this thing so easily, or possibly there's I may have fixed the original cause of the problem and the game has just remembered terrain that has been deformed in the same way that your tire tracks deform the terrain. And that I had a glitch on a previous install that actually it's fixed, but the game is just still, my save is still showing me that glitch. So I'm going to have to see if it happens in new areas that I go to basically. And in the meantime, try not to let it bother me. Yeah, did a little bit of staging before the episode just to move a couple of trucks around. Not too much. I haven't done any contract or task work, just tattering out of where it had to rescue the grad in the last episode. Stuff like that. That's just not interesting content for me to record. Right, so I recall from being up here before, this is all good ice basically. So I am gonna just hook this thing up and drag it down to the little camp that we just left, because there's a maintenance trailer there, or a service trailer. I can use that to fix up this Zix. Zix doesn't have any fuel in it because I stole it all last time, but the cat is there as well, so I can put fuel in it. I could put some from the Phoenix if I felt I needed it, but I don't think I will. Let's just make sure I know which way I'm going down. Same way we came in basically, I think. Go back here, through the gap, and then down through the same trail we just came up. And into this service trailer, which we can attach. a little bit of stress there. It's always, as much as you rely on Steam Cloud to save your game, I've just had that moment of apprehension when you're reinstalling a new game, thinking I hope this save comes through and downloads properly and that it synchronizes back to where I was. You imagine. And I know I've seen this happen to other content creators. You get quite deep into a series and then lose your save for whatever reason. Usually mod related. It's another reason I don't like mods much. You know how easy it is for mods to effectively break your save if the game gets an update that's not compatible with a mod and the mod doesn't get patched. A guy that I follow on YouTube that plays Space Engineers had that happen. In fact, actually a couple of them have. They've had a new version of Space Engineers that has been incompatible with their mod list, and their mods were so much a part of the save that they couldn't just uninstall them, and effectively they've had to go into creative mode and recreate the game in the same state they'd been in after like 50 episodes of play, which just, can you imagine how that would be the end of the series, wouldn't it? It'd be horrible to try and do that in SnowRunner. Let's just get myself unhooked and forward. And then grab the Zix once I've got wheels out of this mud. Shouldn't be that stuck, should it? There we go. We're moving. We're out. Let's get myself on that trailer. Don't know if I need this trailer for anything else. There's a lobe to recover, but I can probably do that in the crocodile. I don't know whether this is a trailer that I should put the resupply zone and take into Amandara, because I don't think there's a resupply zone in Amandara. Not close enough. Yeah. So, full repair of the Zix. And providing I don't damage it again, we'll do a refuel of the Zix. And then now the Zix says deliver it. Leave this trailer here. But I might end up deciding that I need to take that trailer with me elsewhere. Put the winch on Zix and try and tow it without damaging it more. This is the worst part of the map for this terrain glitch. There's something about this area that just seems to have lots of straight line terrain seams, and it seems to be, but yeah, I don't know. Oh well, there's certainly nothing else I could do to try and fix it. There's nothing I can do that's more extreme than the format and reinstall my entire PC that I've just done. There's got to be something either to do with my hardware and the drivers related to that hardware, or something that's in my save file. So, engine off. How much fuel is... So it's just easier to change. Jump into the Caterpillar. This Caterpillar's not far off empty as well. Refuel, rebalance some fuel. Fuel carrier into the Phoenix. Into the Cat. And then the Zix is already full. None of these vehicles have got roof racks to worry about. The fuel carrier's now only got 300 litres in it. That might mean that I'll transfer what's left of the semi-trailer into this fuel carrier and not take the semi-trailer back into Amandara. It may be that I've gone through all of its fuel on this map. What's left can go into this cat, and then the cat can take the what's left of the fuel back in. Maybe a more sensible thing and just leave. If I did that, maybe I'll put the high saddle on the Vega, because I know there's at least one high saddle job to do in Amandara. Yeah. So where have we got to take this thing? Okay, that's where we got the foreigner task. Actually, what I'm going to do, thinking on the fly here, changing my mind as I go, this is my want. I am going to drag that with the cat. I'm going to take the Zix with the cat. The simple reason I've got other vehicles to take there, and I just generally want to move the fuel. So the Phoenix can sit here, it's got a full tank of fuel, and is easily therefore capable of going anywhere it needs to go. And the cat needs to move west. So although the Phoenix will move west, I might as well move it empty. And this cat will probably get through some of that water and deep snow easier. With a Zix on the back. And the cat's fun to drive as well. But I'm going to try not to damage, because if I damage, I suspect I might end up needing to re-repair if the Zix takes any damage on this trip. It's attached to the wrong winch point. Right, let's get down through. It's a big old thing, isn't it? Love it. Yeah, okay. Took a bit of damage, but as long as the task doesn't change to... I wonder if that means I could take fuel back out of it then, before handing it in. Is that a bit cheeky? If it's updated that task to say repair and refuel is done now, it's just a delivery task. I wonder if it follows the 90% rule of delivering a fuel carrier. As long as it's got 10% remaining in it by the time you deliver it, then maybe the fuel counts as okay. Bit cheeky though, isn't it? This is why I wanted to use a cat, because I think the cat will just ignore this breaking ice and carry on no matter what. So the other thing I've got to think about, that I had a little bit of a worry bead, is I went through my trucks, the ones I've got left, and actually of the trucks that are currently deployed, I'm quite limited in what can carry the medium logging add-on on the truck. So if I didn't buy a trailer and I want to use the add-on, which to me makes the most sense, I've got an add-on that'll go on the Azov 73210, but that Azov is in Amandara with 2 lots of planks on it and probably not going to come back to Kovd. I'd rather not. Just whack this into div lot, it'll get a bit more progress. And then I'll have to double check this to make sure I just didn't have a brain fart and misunderstand what I was looking at. But it looked to me like the Phoenix, the Grad, the Taiga, none of them can take that medium log add-on. So I've got 3 lots of medium logs on this map to move. Obviously I will deploy the Aramatsu to act as a log loader, and that can carry medium logs. So I could just do 3 trips backwards and forwards in the Aramatsu. It's fairly slow, but whatever. It would work. Other than that, I actually might end up deploying the White Western Star, because I didn't sell it. It's got snow chains on it because it was last used in Alaska, and from the sawmill over to the garage, it's basically running along the ice road, and with chains on, White Western Star will be fine with that. It's not really an off-road job. It's a ice road and you've got chains on anyway. But I might end up deploying the White Western Star against all expectations, because I didn't really think. I kind of kept it. I decided not to sell it 2 episodes ago, mostly for nostalgic reasons. But actually, I even the Dan can't take medium. So I think of all of the vehicles I've got in my fleet, the medium log attachment, I'm restricted, I think, to only the White Western Star or the Azov 73210, or the Pace Star. Obviously, I could use the Thirsty Girl, but I don't really want to do that. I don't think. Yeah, got to be a little bit careful. I think I could have used it on the Step 310E if I decided not to sell the Step. And it's not a thing that I considered when I made that decision to sell it. I didn't think about anything. Think about medium logging. So, like, similarly, I sold the Royal BM, and on this map, the Royal BM on ice could have done that job no problem. I don't particularly personally rate the Royal BM. Other people like it. I didn't enjoy driving it, but it could have done the job. And it's a thing I have to think about. All of the tasks that you have to do on vehicles, I need to make sure I've got at least one good vehicle for each task. Medium logging is something that I hadn't really properly considered when I decided to sell some of those trucks. But yeah. Maybe the Aramatsu, and just accept the fact that it's going to be a bit slower. Wow. I didn't even think about taking some fuel out of that then, but maybe that's the right thing to do anyway. $6 grand, $6,000. Happy with that, man. I appreciate it. You didn't leave me in the cold. Thanks. You're welcome, buddy. And you know, what's next? It is daylight. Right, so I moved the Grad and Yar up, and they're both fairly low on fuel, but the Yar's roof rack is empty as well. But the Yar can take some fuel out of this prototype trailer. So I'll leave the trailer there for a minute and steal all of its fuel, including splashing a bit into the roof racks. Prototype exploration unit is now empty, and then I'm going to do this Spelunker because it keeps popping up as the default, the scouting task, and I want to see how these balloon tires do with a Yar. And I did put I'm pretty sure I put the biggest engine in it, as I was recommended to. So is there actually a road up here? Believe it or not, that is a road. So up to that cabin, that'd be a nice view from up there, I reckon. Yeah, I like that. So that's that one. What's the next one? Seen footage of trucks on Arctic expeditions with big balloon tires to go over snow, where very low tire pressure on very big balloon tires, and it maximizes your surface contact. It just gives you a better traction vehicle. So it makes sense for this vehicle to work like this. Just have to be careful on the ice that when you build up a bit of speed, you're basically going to have no steerage or brakes, and then when you hit the snow, it's going to act like a brick wall to start with if you hit it too fast, I suppose. Right, so for the next one, I'm going to pick my trailer up. I'm going to want to get the grad up to the cat as well, aren't I? So I've got one, I think I've got one more normal cargo to do, but I could probably do it in the Action. It seems to be working so far. It's a bit disappointed it didn't fix the glitch, but at least my game's running okay otherwise. I'm going to have to record maybe 3 or 4 episodes in advance, and I've stopped getting that far in advance normally because I prefer to be a bit more reactive to stuff that you guys are saying in comments, because I'm getting such good support in comments. It feels like I should make the effort to be responsive. So this video is being recorded on Monday. The Monday video is already uploaded. This will be the Wednesday video, so I'm kind of only one video ahead of myself. But this weekend I've got a family event going on, so I need to make sure I've got enough in the bank to probably get me through till next Monday, because I'll be away from home over the weekend. Yeah, a bit of a busy week to try and get myself caught up and ahead of myself with my publishing schedule. This is also the first episode that I've recorded since having an audio issue. I think episode 9 had a recording issue where somehow the narrative track got duplicated and echoed, and I don't understand it, because I thought initially it must be a YouTube problem. They must have done it, but it wasn't them. It was on the recording on my hard disk. But my DaVinci Resolve settings haven't changed, and I didn't change them. I exported it again and it was fine, so I must have just had a one-off. So I'm not having a great week for glitches at the minute, but okay, so I'm gonna come across here, I think. Make my way across this. I'm gonna battle on the ice contest. I'm not gonna use the YARP, or I'll probably try and do that in the Tatooine, I think. And then up here and fight my way up to this one. And then the YARP can go on to Amandara. And I think I've got enough fuel to get to this trailer rather than taking any out the cat. Should be alright. Quite slow. Maybe it needs a SnowRunner gearbox. I'm not taking it back to the garage again. It'll have to just make do until the Amandara garage is open. But maybe it could do a SnowRunner gearbox. Its only real job is to pull this trailer around, but it is quite slow. Engine off. I think I'll leave the trailer here, go up and get that update, come back down, grab a trailer, push on towards the fuel trailer. Make my way through these trees somehow. could have carried on up the track and gone in this way. Wasn't an obvious trail on the map for that. Right, Spelunker, done. Oh, I had no idea about some of those. I will go and see if there is something cool there. $9,800. Thank you very much for that. It kind of feels like we're getting ready for a bit of a mass exodus. There's a lot of trucks on this map. I'm not entirely sure if I need to take them all into Amandara. But I'm definitely feeling like it's... all of the trucks are gradually migrating westwards to get to that gateway. Slow going, but plenty of trees and logs to pull yourself by. I guess it's tidy up time is just a natural part of when you've done the big stuff on a map. You just have to get through the smaller stuff. I know that this trailer's not full at the minute, but I would say that switching to these tyres has made this, and the bigger engine between the two of them, made this a more useful scout and trailer puller than it was before. So thank you for the suggestions, everybody that said that. Really appreciate it. Taking the time out to put a comment on my videos is always appreciated. I think maybe the SnowRunner gearbox will be beneficial though. So the terrain here was already glitched, so again, I don't know whether that's whether it would continue to be glitched when if I go to new areas. We'll have to see. I've also tried loads of other games. I've not got any other game that's doing any kind of an artifact that looks anything like this. So it's most peculiar. So that's got 1,400 litres in it. Let's just fill this up completely. Yeah, I think I'll end up draining this trailer into the cat and then just leave this trailer here. Bearing in mind we'll be coming through this way for logging purposes anyway. So I'm not going to go into Amandara with this. I'm just going to park it here now that it's got its objective. It's done the task that I wanted it to do. And it's here and refueled and ready to go. But it probably will be the first vehicle we take back into Amandara just to get a bit of scouting done. I think the next thing I'm going to do is the one that it's picked for me, the self-contained antique, which is delivering a car to the mechanic. And the Tatterin, although it says 29%, it has got a full roof rack. I think I'm going to use the Tatterin to come down here, in here, and find this PUS 166, drag it out and deliver it. Getting stuff done. Oh, getting stuff broken. I need to hit the resupply zone with this as well fairly soon. Done a couple of bits of damage to this Tatterin, and I'm out of repair points myself. Oh, I do hope this isn't in a terribly icy, difficult location, because the Tatterin will struggle. This is going to be just the same task, isn't it? Yeah. Doesn't really matter if I drag it out backwards. I'm going to have a look, see if it's got any fuel in it though. Nope, it's empty. Dang. I was going to steal any fuel it had. Turns out it's just a delivery job. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, mate. Your truck's just being rolled down the mountain. Fine. I'm not going to be getting past that train wreck, I don't think. Well, it is a trail, and I've not driven down it, so why not? Why not? Some devs laboured over putting tyre tracks there to draw me into a trap, probably. Having the towed vehicle catch on trees is probably the biggest risk up here, I would think. Or not being able to turn a corner properly. Interesting little route through the hills. Yeah, interesting choice of route. All downhill now. Got gravity on my side, it'll be fine. I like that, the little side trails like that you wouldn't normally go down. And obviously it's been crafted, it's been put together as a map. I do really like the way they've done the terrain in this region. Very effective stuff. Good challenging terrain. We'd all be pretty bored if the game was easy, wouldn't we? There we go. That's an interesting little drive over the hill. I know it was dark, so it's probably not brilliant for you guys to watch, but I enjoyed that. Good bit of off-road content in the beast. And here's the Tuz 166 with barely a scratch on it. Look. I did him a big favour and he paid me $3 for it. Thank you, man. Surprising a friend and saving a relic at the same time. Saving a relic, is that the right word? Saving. Right. Next thing to do. What's next? What is next? So what I am going to do, because as I said last time, I've barely used this crocodile on this map, and the crocodile does have full roof rack and van body add-on, and because I've not used it, I am going to use it now. So I'm going to bring the crocodile down across here, and I'm going to use it to get this low. So knee deep is the task, and I want to do that before moving the cat so that this crocodile can take advantage of the fuel if need be as well. I need repair points. I'm just going to check that my add-on. So my add-on is full of repair points. I don't need that many anyway, but it's good to have it. Lights on, and we'll use the crocodile. Just remind myself it is in snow chains. Looks like the UOD2, so double or dual tyre rear axle. I quite like that configuration, but we'll see. Yeah, crocodile can earn its keep for a little bit. And this may be the last thing we do. See how the time goes for it, but and see if I manage to get it done successfully or whether I get it stuck. And then this is the broken down other bridge. It's quite a thing to repair that, isn't it? Might not be easier if you did, but remind myself. Yeah, always on, always on. So this is a low recovery. How cheeky. A crocodile repairing a low. So it needs 90 repair points, done. And then it needs some fuel, 80 fuel. So I am going to put all my van body add-on, plus 20 out of my roof rack, and then the task updates to say deliver it. And this time I'm going to have a sneaky little look at whether I can take some fuel out, but I might as well get it over there first. What's my route? I think probably the way that I just came in, and then up here onto this road. See if I get in there. And I really don't know about whether the croc will be useful for me in Amandara. So this might be its last outing and then I'll retain it. Get it out, got myself a loaf. Obviously not mine to keep. My loaf was in Amandara keeping the sub 73210 company. Come on in, Croc. Does alright, doesn't it? It's fairly, you know, it is a pretty capable truck. I've always liked driving this. There haven't been very many tasks suited to it, because in previous maps I've used it as a fairly nimble scouting truck and vehicle rescue truck, the sort of thing we're doing now. But on this map, with that radar trailer, you need a scout that can attach that trailer. So you pretty much need a scout to do scouting. Whereas I have, in previous regions, I've really used Hager and Crocodile to do as much of the scouting as any of the scouts. Right, this is a little bit dodgy, a little bit of breaking ice. Hammer down. Ooh! Nearly. This hasn't got an autonomous winch on it. And it would have had a loaf that couldn't help because I'm not allowed to get in the driving seat. That nearly got me. So I am going to try draining the tank and see what it does on the hand-in. See if it cares, because it's taken damage and it hasn't told me to re-repair that damage. I'm just curious. It's a little bit cheesy, but apart from anything else, I want to see if it works. Let's load into crocodile. All of it, empty. See if it even needs to 10%. Let's see what happens. And I think, actually, now that I've got the crocodile that close, I'll use a cat to drag it in. This cat's kind of in the way otherwise. Change. Cat. And we'll see what happens. Right, so having put in 80 litres of fuel, it then allowed me to take all of it out, not even the 10% rule counted. Which is yeah, okay. I don't mind doing that. I want the fuel. I recovered the vehicle. I used a lot of my fuel to do it. And yeah, they paid me $7,300. But fine, my fuel, not your fuel, mate. There's not much left to do on this map now. 2 tasks, 2 contests, and 2 contracts. But that's all for the next episode. So I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And I hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, thanks and goodbye.